Rest your soul present. 12 of the worst negative personality traits that are truly nasty. Here are the different types of negative personality traits. Some people are born with an inherited personality trait and will demonstrate positive or negative traits that represent their type. Personality differences are due to structural differences in the brain that develop before birth. For example, the Myers-Briggs test and the Big Five or Ocean assessment analyze a person based on personality traits that are universal within the human community. The 4 traits that make up the acronym OCEAN are: Number 1. Egocentric. A narcissist is someone who puts their desires above others, doesn't empathize with other people's feelings, and thirsts for attention and admiration. If you know someone who is close-minded and stubborn, think of a specific time they wouldn't listen to you or they blocked your opinion. All they do is make sure their ego stays in check. Often, it's at the expense of others who aren't getting the attention or individualized care they deserve. You might have seen this person defend family members like a proud mama or papa bear. For an egocentric person, it's clear who's most valuable: themselves. If they're angry with one of their family members, they make sure to let them know exactly how they're feeling. Number 2. Pessimistic. Pessimists often live in the state of believing that the world is out to get them. Many people believe that the world is out to get them and that life is a cruel joke or rigged in some way. Whenever things go their way, they are lucky. Whenever things don't go their way, it's proof that they are wrong. It doesn't seem to occur to him or her to take responsibility and do anything to improve his or her life. They'll cling to what he has and complain about what he doesn't have. But when people make themselves and others miserable for no reason, it just encourages this cycle. Number 3. Needing to be right. The person has to be right all the time, or at least look like they are. They have a visceral need to prove themselves right, and if they can't do that, they'll do anything in their power to discredit those with whom they disagree. They'll point out the flaws in the other person's character, or they'll launch into a sanctimonious rant with indignation because they believe their anger is more compelling than what is factual. It doesn't matter if they base their argument on facts or not. All they need to do is say what people crave to hear, and a large number of those people will jump on board. Truth is defined by its ability to prove someone wrong. Number 4. Greedy. These people will take everything they can from you without any regard for what you want or need. They are never satisfied, no matter how much you give them. And when you cross them and ask anything of them that doesn't serve their interests, prepare for a bad outcome. Some people care about your availability and ability to help them. This is only as far as you are able to finance the lifestyle they want. It's nearly impossible for them to have enough money, food, and gratifying experiences. Oftentimes, you're just a means to an end for them. You either feed the beast or get trampled by it. Number 5. Dishonest. Dishonest people are constantly looking for ways to take advantage of others. Any offer of help, financial or otherwise, is just a distraction from their true intent: to rope you in and then scoop up everything they can get their hands on before moving on to their next victim. Trust your instincts when someone starts to make a sudden offer of help after being completely involved in your life. There's likely a motive at play. If you wanted that person's help, chances are you could have gotten it by asking for it. It's one thing to keep a secret in order to protect someone. It's another thing to lie constantly to other people just so you can get what you want. Number 6. Judgmental. We are all quick to judge others based on what we see, but it's often a mistake to do so. It doesn't really matter how long you live around other people. You're bound to meet someone who's judgmental, but it's worth thinking about before you decide if they are right or wrong. Some jump to conclusions and decide that someone is a bad person before they've had the chance to get to know them better. If you know this self-appointed judge, then it's possible that their opinion will sway you from the start. But if you look more closely at the situation or at the person being judged, you'll come up with different conclusions. It's inevitable that at some point you'll start to question anything and everything Judgerson says about other people. They will criticize and judge anyone for many different reasons. You could become a target if you haven't already been. Number 7. Manipulative. Manipulative people are manipulative. They take advantage of other people in order to get what they want. They often don't even care about their manipulative behavior or feel bad about it. They'll just do whatever it takes to get their way. They might even write a book about it, knowing that there are other people like them who will also benefit from their experience. Guilt is a popular manipulation tactic, but not everyone who uses guilt is doing it on purpose. Some people use this tactic because they learned it from their parents and grandparents. Eventually, though, it begins to wear off, and the person who is being manipulated will catch on. That's when the real manipulator will dress up their language with other forms of manipulation in order to get their way. 8. Narcissistic. Narcissists believe that they are never the problem and will find ways to blame someone else for their hardships. They don't apologize for anything, but that's because you're always the one at fault. They just see your negative reaction as your fault and a good opportunity to provoke you, which they can do with an air of innocence that is infuriating. Men looking out the window. Actions speak louder than words, and whatever happens is their problem. They are the reason for the ripple effect you experience, not the solution to it. Narcissists won't admit when they are wrong and are not open to correction. To them, you always brought things upon yourself or deserved them. They might even point out that karma would punish you for your actions. It's pretty rare for them to admit fault or apologize. The people who apologize to you are not your friends. They are looking for their own ends, and these have nothing to do with true friendship. Number 9. Vindictive. Cross this person even in a small way, and they will do everything they can to punish you. They will continue to monitor you, checking your social media and email to make sure that they are the first to know about any activity that seems even remotely like it might harm them. They'll harangue you and inundate you with communication, all of it designed to convince you that not doing exactly what they ask is going against them. Keep your friends close and your enemies even closer. If you make them mad, they'll see you as an enemy and go out of their way to hurt you. They may or may not warn you first that they are against you. A lot of people have at least one of the following bad personality traits. Number 10. Aggressive or passive-aggressive. If a vindictive person is passive-aggressive, they might work behind your back. From there, they can strike without ever confronting you face-to-face. If they want to confront you, they might do it in person or by email. They might even be doing it anonymously, like on the internet. If you're dealing with an aggressive person, it's best to avoid getting too close. These people will use any proximity or physical violence to make you feel small and unsafe. They'll force you to apologize and do what they want just to make up for your sins against them. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends so we can keep making them. For more video like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our order videos as well. Thanks for watching.